Have you ever wanted to speak English but felt your voice freeze the moment you opened your mouth? That used to be me. My mind went blank, my hands got sweaty, and I wished the ground would swallow me whole. But here's the truth. Anyone can learn to speak English with confidence, yes, including you. Welcome back to TWS English Podcast, where we turn your English learning journey into a powerful, life-changing adventure. Today, I'm going to share practical ways to break your fear, practice effectively, and grow step by step. Let's start with something important. Speaking English is not about being perfect, it's about being brave. Think of a child who learns to ride a bicycle. At first they wobble, fall, and even cry. But they keep trying. Eventually, they ride smoothly. Learning English is the same. You may stumble, but those stumbles are proof that you are moving forward. One of the biggest secrets to learning English is listening. Your ears are the doorway to fluency. The more you hear English, the more natural it becomes. Imagine listening to a new song for the first time. You don't understand all the words at once, but after listening several times, you find yourself humming the tune and even repeating the lyrics. That's exactly how English works. Here are some powerful ways to train your ears. Play an English podcast while cooking or cleaning. Listen to audiobooks before bed instead of scrolling on your phone. Watch short clips of interviews, not just movies, because interviews use real, everyday English. Another powerful habit is speaking out loud even if no one is listening. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Describe what you see. This shirt is blue. I feel hungry. I am getting ready for work. Simple sentences, spoken daily, build confidence. It may feel silly at first, but trust me, it works. And here's a trick. Use your surroundings as your teacher. When you're walking down the street, name the things you see in English. Car, bicycle, traffic light, bakery. When you're cooking, narrate your actions. I am cutting onions. I am boiling rice. These tiny practices add up like coins in a jar. One day, you'll notice your jar is full. Don't think you need complicated vocabulary to sound fluent. Some of the best communicators in the world use very simple words. Imagine you're traveling and you need help. Saying, "Where bus stop?" is far more useful than staying silent because you're searching for a fancy sentence. Clarity is more important than perfection. Here's something else I want you to remember. People are kinder than we think. Many learners stay silent because they fear being laughed at. But in reality, most people respect courage. Once, a friend of mine in Spain tried to order food in English. He mixed up the words, but instead of laughing, the waiter gently corrected him. That small act gave my friend the courage to keep speaking. So if you're shy, here's my challenge to you. Next time you get the chance, speak up. Even if your voice shakes, even if your grammar is not perfect. You'll walk away proud, not embarrassed. Finally, let's talk about the most powerful tool you already have, belief in yourself. If you tell yourself, "I can't learn," your brain closes the door. But if you say, "I can do this, step by step," your brain opens up to growth. Learning English is like planting a seed. With a little water every day, listening, speaking, reading, it grows into a strong tree. Confidence in English doesn't come overnight. It grows through small, daily actions. One of the best ways to strengthen it is by reading out loud. When you read a book, a short story, or even a newspaper headline in English, don't just read silently in your head. Speak the words. Let your tongue and mouth practice the sounds. It's like exercising your muscles at the gym. The more you use them, the stronger they get. For example, take a short news article about sports. Read it out loud. Pay attention to the rhythm of the sentences. Then try to read it again a little smoother. If you can, record your voice and listen. You'll hear where you sound confident and where you need practice. This is how professional speakers improve, and you can too. Another powerful strategy is thinking in English. At first, many learners translate from their native language into English, but this slows you down. Instead, start training your brain to use English directly. For example, when you wake up in the morning, instead of thinking to yourself, "I am going to brush my teeth," in your native language, say it in English inside your head. When you're hungry, think, "I want to eat bread." These tiny switches create a big change over time. It's like rewiring your brain. At first, it feels slow, but soon you'll be surprised at how naturally English thoughts come to you. Let's also talk about setting small goals. Many learners get discouraged because they want to be fluent immediately. But fluency is built step by step. Instead of saying, "I want to be perfect in English," start with smaller goals like, learn 5 new words today. Practice one conversation sentence 5 times. Write 3 simple sentences in a notebook before bed. These little victories add up, and each one builds your confidence. Celebrating progress is also very important. When you learn a new phrase and use it correctly, celebrate, smile, give yourself credit, or even reward yourself with a small treat. Progress in language learning is like climbing a hill. Sometimes you move fast, sometimes slow, but every step forward counts. Another fantastic way to learn is by keeping a journal in English. You don't need to write long essays. Even writing 2 or 3 sentences daily about your day is powerful. For example, today I went to the market. I bought apples and bread. I felt happy because I talked to my friend. Simple sentences written daily will train your brain to express thoughts in English. Over time, you'll notice your writing becomes smoother and more natural. Now, let's talk about something many learners avoid: making mistakes. Mistakes are not your enemy. They are your teacher. Imagine a baby learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times, but every fall teaches balance. If the baby gave up, they would never walk. The same is true for English. Each mistake is a sign that you are learning. I once met a student who refused to speak because she wanted to be perfect first. But months passed and she made no progress. Meanwhile, another student who spoke even with mistakes improved quickly. Why? Because she wasn't afraid to try. The more you practice, the faster you grow. And here's something beautiful. English is not only about words. It's about connection. When you speak, you are not just using grammar and vocabulary, you are sharing your ideas, your feelings, and your heart. Even if you make mistakes, people can still feel your message. So the next time you hesitate, remember this: a simple, imperfect sentence said with confidence is far more powerful than silence. One of the biggest breakthroughs in my English journey came when I realized this: language is more than words, it's also about expression. When you speak, don't just focus on grammar. Pay attention to your body language, your tone, and your feelings. Think about when you talk in your own language. You smile when you're happy, you raise your eyebrows when you're surprised, and you use your hands to explain. Do the same in English. Communication becomes easier when you express yourself with your whole body, not just your mouth. Here's a simple exercise. Choose a short sentence like, "I am happy today." Say it with a smile. Then say it with a sad face. Then say it with excitement. You'll notice how your feelings change the meaning. This shows that English is not only about the words you choose, but how you deliver them. Another habit that works wonders is using English in your daily environment. Don't wait for a classroom. Turn your life into a classroom. For example, change your phone's language to English. Label things in your house with sticky notes. Door, chair, mirror, fridge. When shopping, read labels in English if they are available. These small steps keep English around you all the time. It's like living in an English-speaking country without leaving your home. And here's something many learners forget. Learning can be fun. You don't always have to study from textbooks. Play English word games, sing along to English songs, or join online groups where people practice together. When learning feels like play, you don't get tired and you remember more.
I also want to share a story. A friend of mine from Brazil wanted to practice English, but he didn't have many people to talk with. So he started recording short videos of himself speaking English about random topics, food, sports, or even his daily routine. At first, he made mistakes and felt shy, but over time, those videos became his personal training ground. After 6 months, his confidence had doubled. You can do something similar. Record your voice or make small videos just for yourself. It's not about showing the world. It's about training yourself to speak naturally. Another powerful step is finding speaking partners. If you can, practice with friends who are also learning. You don't need perfect English to practice. You just need the courage to try. For example, you and your friend can meet for coffee and decide, for the next 30 minutes, we only speak English. At first, it feels awkward, but soon you'll both be laughing, correcting each other, and growing together. And if you're brave enough, practice with native speakers. Many people think natives will judge them, but in reality, most natives respect learners. They know how difficult it is to learn another language, and they appreciate your effort. Many will even correct you gently, which is the best way to learn. Now let's talk about something very real. Frustration. There will be days when you feel like you're not improving, even though you're trying hard. That's normal. Learning a language is like climbing a mountain. Sometimes the path is steep and tiring. Sometimes it feels flat and easy. But no matter what, every step moves you higher. On those tough days, remind yourself why you started. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel. Or maybe you just want to feel confident. Hold on to that reason. It's the fuel that keeps you moving forward when the journey feels slow. And always, always remember this: you are not alone. Millions of people around the world are on the same path, struggling, practicing, making mistakes, and improving. Together, we are all part of this journey.
Fluency in English is not about speed. It's about building confidence, step by step, until speaking becomes as natural as breathing. And one of the best ways to grow is by immersing yourself in English every single day. Surround yourself with the language. Listen to English songs on your way to work. Watch a cooking video in English instead of your own language. Read short articles, even if you don't understand every word. Bit by bit, your brain starts to recognize patterns, and suddenly, things that once seemed confusing begin to make sense. Here's a tip. Mix English with things you already love. If you enjoy sports, follow sports news in English. If you love cooking, watch English recipe videos. If you're into technology, read tech blogs in English. When you connect English with your interests, learning becomes natural and fun instead of a boring task. Another key ingredient is confidence. Confidence doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It means you speak anyway, even when you're unsure. Think about it. Some of the most successful people in the world speak with accents. but they don't let it stop them. What matters is the message, not perfection. I remember once meeting a shopkeeper in Dubai. His English was far from perfect, but he spoke with such confidence that customers loved talking to him. His mistakes didn't matter because his energy and positivity carried the conversation. That's the power of confidence. Also, don't forget to celebrate small victories. Did you order food in English today? Celebrate it. Did you greet someone with a smile and a simple, "How are you?" That's progress. Each step, no matter how small, is a sign you are moving forward. And here's the truth. Mistakes are your greatest teachers. Every time you say something wrong and someone corrects you, that's a gift. It's a chance to grow. Instead of being embarrassed, say to yourself, "Great, I just learned something new." Another powerful way to keep improving is by using English in ordinary tasks. For example, when you're writing a shopping list, write it in English. When setting reminders on your phone, type them in English. When talking to yourself about tomorrow's plan, say it in English. These little habits turn English into a natural part of your life. And remember this, English is not just a language, it's a bridge. It connects you to people, opportunities, and cultures all around the world. With English, you can make international friends, explore new countries, and open doors to jobs you once only dreamed of. Most importantly, don't compare your journey with anyone else's. Some people learn quickly, others slowly, but both are moving forward. Your journey is yours, and every single day you practice, you are building a brighter future. As you continue learning, keep this thought close to your heart. Fluency is not a destination. It's a journey filled with courage, persistence, and growth. One day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. So, my message for you today is simple. Never give up. Keep speaking, keep listening, keep writing, keep learning. You are stronger than you think, and every word you speak is proof of your progress. Thank you for joining me today on TWS English Podcast. Remember, the journey to English fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to keep going. And I believe in you.